Collective, you have been dreaming about an ex, and we need to unpack it. Okay, we need to unpack this. I'm getting that this is an ex that you may have broken up with a long time ago, and this may not be the first time where it's like a long time goes by without thinking about them, and then you dream about them. Okay, there is a pattern that you're not noticing, and this is a pattern that your subconscious mind is aware of, and you are not consciously aware of this pattern. So this is an ex that you haven't spoken to in a long time, and the last time you spoke to them, whether it was in a call, face to face, or in text, you basically told them that they should leave you alone, because I'm getting that this ex has been stalking you and may still be stalking you, and I feel like this is the type of ex that will forever stalk you, even if it's like not the dangerous type of stalking, but they will always inquire about you, from people that from mutual people that you have in your lives. They will always go through your social media, like just for the rest of their lives. Basically, they could have a whole family, a whole marriage, and they will still be doing that. And by the way, do not get any ego boost from this. But I'm going somewhere with this. Okay, so this may be an ex you may have dated when you were younger or when you were less matured, and this may be the first person where you were like, okay, I'm in a relationship, your first relationship. Even if you were not young, but you may have been way less matured than you are now. Okay, and you really love this person, but obviously it was a distorted view of love, because you are not in your ideal, you are not even where you are right now, mentally, psychologically. So yeah, but you love them, yes. You were young, you were both young or both immature, but I'm getting that at some point, yeah, the thing ended, but it did not end because you matured. It ended because, like, they basically did something diabolical, and it's like they've already done so many things. You finally got to a breaking point, I guess. And just over the years, they may have reached out, you may have entertained a little bit, or sometimes you ignore them, but it's just they are the type of people where they let time go by and then reach out, let time go by and reach out to just see if they still have control. Do they still have a chance to control you? I'm getting that, like, as the years go by, you have really held your boundary against this person. I mean, yeah, I couldn't, like, towards this person, you never really fell for their traps again, even though maybe the relationship after them weren't healthy as well. But when it comes to them, you are like, I'm done. That chapter was closed. And I'm getting, they are in a sense of disbelief because of how much you love them and how many chances you've given them. They still, even after so many years, they still cannot believe that you're really over them. They're kind of thinking like, maybe time will heal and you'll come around. And that's because you have given them the idea that no matter what they do, you'll always be there. So they are still, because this is a kind of delusional person, they are still believing that if I give them enough time, they will come around. Okay, they will come around, and I'm getting every time you reject them, they're like, they're not, it's not clicking to them that okay, they're really over me. They're like, okay, I'll just give them more time. They are just delulu like that. Okay, so but I'm getting that the last interaction you guys have, you really you didn't just wave them off. You were like, leave me the F alone. Okay? Leave me the F alone. And it's probably the only time you were really honest with them and you really showed your, like, a glimpse of, like, your sassiness. Like, I've never gotten that side of you. I'm getting, because when you broke up with them, you may not have been angry or anything. It's more like you were disappointed, so you did not show any strong emotions, and I've never really gotten that side of you. Yeah, because back then you did not know how to stand up for yourself, and whatever. You weren't strong headed, you didn't have that confidence to stand up for yourself. So the last interaction you had with them, where you were like, no, I don't want to hang out with you, like, they were like, oh my god, like, they really don't like me. But I'm getting, it's still not 100% clicking to them that chapter is over and that you're over them. But it really rattled them the way the last interaction that you guys had. So even though they're not reaching out, they're still stalking you, using other people's accounts to stalk you, random accounts, or they're asking about you, they're talking about you, and they're thinking about you in their own head. I'm getting around this time, maybe something is reminding them of you. It could be a date that is important to you guys both, or they know that maybe it's your birthday coming up soon, like something important with regards to you, or something important that is nostalgic to both of you guys. So it's like this time around they're thinking about you a lot. I'm also getting like maybe subconsciously they've always reached out around this time for some reason, and even if they're not thinking about you at this moment, but your subconscious kinda knows the routine more than your conscious mind does. So because you, over the years, it's like every time each year they reach out around this time, even if they're not thinking about you at this moment, but it's like your subconscious mind is expecting that to happen. You know what I mean? It's like when your body remembers something traumatic happens to you at a certain date, and even though you don't remember that certain date, but you sort of feel weird around that time. You know what I mean? So I'm getting that, like, subconsciously you may be remembering that type of vibe. I'm getting you are not consciously thinking about this person, like when you are just awake living your everyday life, but recently when you were asleep you dreamt of them. Okay, and the reason why these dreams sort of like rattle you is because you're like, wait, how did I think of this person so randomly? You know what I mean? And you may have a couple of exes, but it's just like always this person. And I'm urging you that you should not put much meaning with regards to your feeling about this person. When you dream about the person, it doesn't necessarily always mean that you like them. Sometimes you dream about them because maybe there's unfinished, or you have not really grieved that relationship properly, or it's because like your body remembers something about that date or something, so then your subconscious mind brings up those things. Two, it could be because that person is sending like energetic signals to you through dreams or thinking about you. So it could be basically, it could be a variety of reasons. So you shouldn't focus on, oh my god, does this mean I still like them? No, you should try and explore other reasons before you fall, before you decide on that decision. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Just based off of my intuition, I would advise that you do not make any decisions or moves when it comes to this person. I don't think it means that you should revisit that chapter. This is a very obsessive person, and depending on the situations, it may be dangerous. Some it just means that this is the kind of person that will always be a monitoring spirit, even if they would have their own family one day, or they already have a family of their own. It's just they're the type of people that is just always obsessed about an ex. You know what I mean? Even if I'm pretty sure that you still remember, even when you were in a relationship with them, they would do the same thing where you would find pictures of their people that they dated in their phone, or they would compare you with, like, they always have an ex on the trail, you know. So they just always obsessed with people that got away. So even if you'd go back to them right now, there will be an ex. So it doesn't mean you're special. So be very careful for the ego trying to convince you that, oh, you must be special. No, this is just how these type of people operate. Okay, so do not be rattled when you get dreams about them out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Do not. And I'm getting that these dreams are not pleasant as well. Very low vibrational dreams, and sometimes these dreams can be them, you know, doing the act with you. And this is because this person sees schmecks. I'm hoping that you get what I mean. They see schmecks as a way to dominate other people. It makes them feel powerful. And it's not like you're getting, you know, any giddy feelings when you get these dreams. It's more like, what was that? This is because they think, if only I could just, I know they'll get back with me. If I could just, you know, if they would let me hit one more time, I know they would be obsessed with me. They want to dominate you that way. This is someone who was very emotional and unavailable. They don't have anything to offer but that, you know. So they know as well subconsciously. This is why they really trust their abilities in the bedroom, and they always lead with that because that is where they can dominate someone, so they sort of like they feel like they're putting you under their spell, you know. Yeah, so that's all I have for you today, collective. See you in the next video.